So, dear soul friends, I felt called to share with you today. It's New Year's Eve, so yeah, and I had a powerful morning, and I guess that's why I kind of really wanted to share with you, in the hope that it'll be helpful as we go into what promises to be an extraordinary year. So yeah, I put out, I remember right at the beginning of 2020, I put out a New Year's message, and I said that the title was "Fasten Your Seatbelts." And of course, I'm not psychic. I couldn't have foreseen the kind of, what was going to happen. Um, but obviously, on some level, there's, maybe there's some intuition at work there. And so, what I'm feeling today, and again, maybe it's on the same kind of intuitive level, but what I'm feeling is I have a question for you. Are you ready for change? Because my sense is that there is going to be change in 2025, and the more we can be ready for it and kind of welcome it, really, be open and receptive to it, the easier it will be. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to be good change or bad change. I have no idea what's coming. But where the theme of change has come from is certainly, I think so many of us know that something needs to change. Something really drastically and desperately needs to change. Now that might be at the personal level for you, at the micro level. It might be, certainly at the global level. Things need to change. And so let me tell you what I was doing this morning, because it just became so clear, so palpable to me. So I was having a massive bonfire. Okay, we have a lot of like prunings from trees, from our mulberry trees and things, that were kind of left over from the autumn, from the fall. And I was really keen to get it done, you know, for the end of the year, to kind of burn all this dead wood, clear the decks, so to speak, and kind of, yeah, just wrap up the year so that we could be going into 2025 just with, yeah, that behind us, if you like. So I was really working symbolically with it. Jung tells us we really need to kind of think symbolically, and I was really doing that. There wasn't anything particularly that I felt I needed to let go of, other than this huge pile of kind of prunings and big tree branches that I just really wanted to clear. But I was, as I was doing it, I was like burning the dead wood, clearing the dead wood. And in fact, after I got down one layer, I found another layer, I think, that was left from the year before, from 2023. So then I felt I was like really clearing the dead wood, and it was quite dry and brittle, that stuff. It wasn't so green. Um, and while I was doing this, I ended up with quite a big fire. And fire is powerful energy. We don't want to mess with fire, on both the physical, practical level, but also energetically as well, at the kind of psychic level. Fire is potent. And as I was burning all this stuff, the pile of ash was getting bigger and bigger. It was kind of, I ended up with this kind of mountain of ash. And I was really focusing on, we know what rises from the ash. The phoenix rises from the ash. And I was thinking, wow, this is going to be a big phoenix. And then, lo and behold, I found while I was clearing, like in the undergrowth and getting all these branches out and all the leaves and everything, I found a tiny little skull, probably of some, maybe like a field mouse or something. That's the sort of thing. It looked like some kind of small rodent. Yeah, it could have even been a rat, I guess. We do have rats here in the countryside. And but I don't see a skull as a kind of negative, challenging symbol in any way. I just see it as a symbol of transformation, of death and rebirth. And that's exactly what the phoenix is about. It's this transformation, transmutation. And at one point, I was getting really into this. I was feeding the fire, and I was getting, it was hard work physically as well. And at one point, I actually out loud said, I want change. It's like, I am ready for change. And I think so many of us are. I don't think this is just something personal to me. I think I'm probably also picking up on some collective energy here. We want change. And if we are ready for it, and we can, like, well, I was like almost like encouraging it. It's like, bring it on. Now, obviously, we need to be a little bit careful what we ask for, because we might get a bit more than we bargained for. But yeah, so that's really my New Year's message, I think, for you, is just, are you ready for change? Ask yourself, what's your relationship to change? Very often we kind of really struggle with it. I'm the first to struggle with certain kinds of change, um, but right now, on some level, I'm really wanting change, and calling it in, kind of welcoming it, whether at both the personal and the planetary level. So yeah, I want to kind of leave you with that. And as you're going forward into 2025, really, as you set your intentions for the year, think about, what state of being do you want to create? How do you want to be in yourself? How do you want to feel? What kind of vibration, energy, frequency do you want to be putting out there? And do you want to be experiencing? So rather than necessarily focusing on what, on the things that you actually want to call in, that you want to manifest, just focus on your state of being, on your vibration and your energy, because the rest will flow from that. If you can kind of get a handle on that, then the rest will flow. So yeah, it's gonna be quite a year. My blessings to you, and bye for now.